Well, FSD subscription is finally here. This is something that a lot of people anticipated. It actually happened last night, just before I was going to sleep. I checked my Twitter account and bam, there's people talking about it. And I just figured, okay, I'm going to take my time and get going this morning. This is Saturday, July 17th at 6 o'clock in the morning. As of this moment, it is really important to note that it does not show up on any of the Canadian apps that I've been looking at. In other words, this seems to be available only in the US. That being said, I do want to talk a little bit about the advantages, the disadvantages, the pricing. This is it's really, really good, or it may be very useless. We're going to go into that, we're going to discuss all that. If I'm a little bit disorganized, excuse me. Like I said, it is 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, July 17th. That all being said, before we get into all this, thank you so much for clicking on the video. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. This is Summon Tesla. I drive a Model S 100D, late 2017 model. All right. If you're new here, however, you've never been here before, I really hope you subscribe to the channel. If you're not new, you're awesome. Thanks for coming back. All right, let's get into this. So finally, it's here. The Tesla has, especially Elon has been talking so much about this. There was so much hype on, FSD coming out, the subscription coming out. It is really important to note right off the bat that this is not FSD beta version 9. This is the regular FSD that most people have or don't have. With that being said, the pricing structure is pretty straightforward. They decided to go down with $199 US if you don't have anything to do with FSD. In other words, you didn't buy it or you didn't buy EAP, Enhanced Autopilot. This is something that was available, well, for quite a while actually. That being said, if you have Enhanced Autopilot, it's $99 US. So this is great. Looking at my personal Tesla account and how, what I have and what's going on, it's really cool. So what do you get out of your $200 US monthly subscription to FSD? You're going to get Navigate on Autopilot, Auto Lane Change, Auto Park, Summon, Smart Summon, of course, traffic light and stop sign controls. You still don't get the auto steer on city streets since that is still part of the beta 9 testing. That being said, it's really important to note that there's a lot of stuff here to cover. This video might go into a little bit longer than usual just because I kind of want to explain to a lot of you who are just going to buy this and what you should expect out of it. Once again, it's important to note this is not going to be the V9, so it's not the new stuff you're seeing out there that is being tested by beta testers. That being said, let's assume that for some wonky reason, Tesla is going to actually give this to Canada. As I said previously, Canada, as of this moment, in Canada, the option does not yet show up. So what does this mean to you? If you never had autopilot, you bought your car, you decided you don't want anything to do with full self-driving, you don't want to pay the $10,000 up front, well, now you have a subscription option to go ahead and do. This subscription option is going to work as it follows. Basically, it's going to cost you $200 US, 200 plus taxes, of course, because the government has to have their money. So it's going to cost you $200 US, and with that, you get all those great features. That being said, if you decide to click on that buy today, and you're going to go through a subscription option, please understand there's going to be a few things that you're not used to, you don't know, and first and foremost, you are the driver. This is still pretty much everything is beta when it comes to the entire FSD platform. One of the key things I know that people are going to definitely try out is going to be Smart Summon. That's pretty much where you can have your car in a parking lot somewhere and have it come to you. I know a lot of you are going to try this. A heads up, a little warning, it's extremely glitchy, very slow, and you have a very high chance of pissing people off. So do me a favor, be extra careful with that. I know a lot of you are going to try this out, but be extra careful. It is not, it's still a beta, pretty much like I said, everything in FSD is beta. And So it's definitely something you want to try out. You're going to have fun with it. I highly recommend going to an empty parking lot just to kind of get a feel for how Smart Summon works. This is something that a lot of people really do have a lot of interest in. That being said, there is two forms of summon. One is Smart Summon and the other is Summon. Best way to tell is when you go to your app, you click on your summon, you see forward or backwards. That is summon. That's just basically where you can pull the car out of a tight spot or put it into a tight spot. Smart summon is where you can have the car, at a certain distance away from you and, well, try and get it to come to you. It does work to a certain degree. It's just not as, it's quite glitchy still. So if you are going to subscribe and you're going to go today and go out there and try this stuff out, be very aware of Smart Summon. Next thing, I highly recommend everybody pays a lot of attention to the actual car and what it's doing at all times. I know for a lot of people there's going to be a confusion, full self-driving is here, I can buy it, I can have it, I'm subscribed to it. Once again, you are the driver and that's so, so important. Keep that in mind. This being said, this does not, even if you are going to buy this of course does not have the new Beta 9 testing. The new Beta 9 and you kind of get the visualization of the older system. You won't get anything to do with the new stuff yet. So don't expect it. Don't, go out there and start tweeting about it. Oh, I paid this much money, I don't have it. That's still the version 9 beta testing. That's still going on. If you decide that you're kind of on a fence, should you buy this, should you not, who is this for? There's a few things I can kind of help you out with. Number one, because this is a subscription you can cancel at any time, you can always pay it at one time, 1 month, and give this whole thing a test, see how happy you are with it, and then cancel it if you so choose. This is a wonderful option for a lot of you out there who kind of been thinking about, what the price is going to be. Now that we know what the price is, it's pretty steep in my opinion. I think this is one of those scenarios where Tesla got themselves stuck by charging so high on the FSD to start with. I think the price, in my opinion, I have enhanced autopilot, so I'll be paying $99 US strictly to get the city, just everything that's in the city. But basically, whatever's on the beta right now. That being said, if you are going on a road trip, I do like to a certain degree navigate on autopilot. My favorite way to use it is actually autopilot and just use the stock to change lanes. It's pretty cool. Auto lane change is something that I really do love. Navigate on autopilot is glitchy a little bit, but it does work quite well. And this is of course on highways and just not in the city. But that being said, once again, there's a lot of phantom braking that you have to be aware of. You still have to be very, very careful what the car is doing, especially when it's overtaking another vehicle, any one of those things. You do have to pay attention. I cannot stress this enough because the importance of this is absolutely ridiculous. The last thing we want to do is for you to pay money just to be inconvenienced by, something that the car may do that you didn't expect. Learn what the car can do, understand what the car can do, be extremely vigilant, and take good care of paying attention. I cannot stress that enough to all of you out there. I know there's going to be a ton of people, just an unbelievable amount of people that are going to be doing this right now because the subscription is available. And of course, at $200 a month, it is a heck of a lot cheaper than dishing out 10 grand today. That all being said, I think one of the key things to look at is you as a driver, where would you use this? Is this something that you would just basically pay monthly and keep it going? I think the smart way to do it is obviously get it for the first month, kind of get a feel for it, see where it's usable, see where it's not. And remember that you can always resubscribe to it. And that's probably what I kind of would recommend to a lot of people. Get it, or subscribe to it, and then understand it. And when you're going on road trips, if you see that it's very useful for you and it's something that you really do love, of course, you just continue your subscription. But if you see that you're not using it, save your money, unsubscribe, obviously resubscribe whenever you are going on road trips or whenever you do think it's going to be very useful. I think Tesla once again did overprice this a little bit, but I think they had to do that in order to not alienate all the people that have put $10,000 into FSD, all the people who already prepaid for FSD. I personally think the subscription should have come out literally from day one. I don't think subscription should have been an option, should have been a second option, but rather it should have been the option. That being said, Tesla did what they did for the reasons that they did it. So here we are today. Those of you who have enhanced autopilot, this is actually a huge benefit to you because you're paying $99 US for basically upgrading your system, but you're really not upgrading anything. At this moment, you're not really getting much out of it. I guess you're really going to, all of us, including myself, who have navigated on autopilot, we're going to see the benefits of this once there's a rollout of V9 to the general public. Hence, I don't know if I personally get it right now. I don't see much point in it. So I wouldn't worry about it. If you have enhanced autopilot, this is probably not the biggest news for you, because if you really don't care to just spend money for no good reason, then, well, there you go. You already have, as enhanced autopilot, you already have smart sum and navigate on autopilot, all those wonderful things. What you don't have is a stop light and stop sign recognition, which is basically not a big deal. Just use your pedals. But is it worth Is it worth the $99 US? Not particularly. I think it's also extremely overpriced for those of us who do have enhanced autopilot, just because we are getting one extra thing, which is a city driving. We're not getting much more than that. That all being said, I think it's also very important for all of you out there who do travel quite a bit, not to use this service, not to pay for the subscription the day that you're heading out on a trip. What I would recommend is for all of you, those of you who truly are interested in this, get the 1 month, cancel it after that, but take that month to really understand what this is all about. One of my biggest pet peeves with Tesla is that this option kind of comes out. I think it's the wording, that the way Tesla puts it, it gives people the mentality that they can kind of just slack off and not be the driver. To a degree, of course, you can, because the car is taking care of a lot of the work, but remember, you are ultimately the driver, and I cannot stress that enough to all of you out there. Right now, it's not in Canada. I live in Canada, of course, for those of you guys who know. And in Canada, we typically have about a month delay from what I've noticed over the past 3 years. My expectation is this is going to come out sometime in August. We're going to have it here in Canada as well as an option. Obviously, this has to do with regulations and regulators and all these wonderful people, That being said, considering we already have FSD, you can buy FSD and you can buy enhanced autopilot, or you could buy before, it's no longer available. I think the regulators should allow this pretty quickly. So I'm giving the maximum of, let's say, a month. I'm really hoping that by next couple of days, it's going to show up on the Canadian apps as well. So that would be wonderful. It's something that you all going to really love. I think there's a lot of benefits to it. I use autopilot quite often. I don't really use navigate on autopilot. It's just way too darn glitchy in certain areas. The decisions are still not there yet. I think once we go to vision-based, everything going over to vision-based, I think that's going to make it better to a degree. I do agree with everybody who is just using autopilot. This all being said, it's an awesome thing for Tesla, just because a lot of people have been waiting for this. I think a lot of people would have wanted more of a structured system. Some people just wanted, the summon option because of where they live. Maybe they just want to pull the car out and push the car back in. If you have any questions, if you're not sure how this all works, I highly recommend you either send me an email, summontesla@gmail.com, or leave me a comment in the comment section if you have any questions. I'm going to be able to make some videos for you on it. There's plenty of awesome YouTubers out there also who you guys can go check out and really get a sense of what you're getting yourself into. Just remember, I beg you to please remember, full self-driving does not mean that the car drives itself. In fact, everything is still in beta. All it means is it's there to assist you. It's there to take a little bit of pressure off you as the driver, especially on longer trips. You are still the driver. You have to be 100% in control of your vehicle. You will still be responsible for anything and everything that happens in or with your vehicle. This, of course, will include insurance as well. So if you end up having a problem, it's your insurance. So it is extremely important for you, all of you, to understand that. I've stressed that a lot on this channel. So please don't be silly. If you have a friend or you yourself are getting it, but if you have a friend who is about to do this, get the subscription, please do me a favor, link my video to them, share this video with them if you believe it's going to help them out. I think at the end of the day, this is a wonderful thing for Tesla, especially long term. They're going to be able to gain a heck of a lot more revenue over the long term. I think ultimately it's great. For those of you, by the way, who are asking about, if I'm paying a subscription, how does that work over time, or if you sell your car? It's a subscription, so it's not going to be a problem. Currently, if you buy FSD, it goes with the car. It will not stay with you, of course. I don't know what the true value of this will be over time. I know what Tesla says. I know what Elon says, I should say. But the true value is still to be determined over the next 5 to 10 years. So we don't know. Elon is a little bit ambitious when it comes to his numbers. But I honestly think the value that you have to look at it is, what is the value for you per day or day-to-day use? That all being said, thank you so much for watching this. I'm going to try and kind of do a follow-up video on this, a little bit more fine-tuned. I think overall this is a wonderful thing. I think it's great, especially if you have enhanced autopilot. I think you really, really lucked out here. It's half the price, literally. You're saving $100 just because you already bought into enhanced autopilot. So that's obviously a wonderful thing. For those of you guys in Canada, once again, it's not showing up as of yet. In fact, I can check right now, and if it is there, but it's not there yet. That being said, it's hopefully going to come soon. I'm going to be looking forward to a lot of your comments, a lot of your questions, to see what you all have to say. But this is actually an amazing, amazing thing. Tesla has, especially Elon, has been promising this for quite a while. It really wasn't any sort of event. It just happened out of the blue. Of course, leave it up to Tesla to do stuff like that. So once again, thank you very much for watching this watching this video, watching my channel. I'm actually growing at a pretty decent rate lately. I don't know why. So I really hope you hit that subscribe button. If you think that I make videos that are useful to you, go check out some of the other videos. I have plenty of videos, I have plenty of opinions, and I try and put everything out there to you guys from a personal experience. Everything I experience with my car, and this way it's a little bit accurate. It's not as much hearsay as it is actual fact of what I'm experiencing with my car. I'm gonna leave you guys. I need my coffee, so I'll catch you guys on the next video. Till then, drive safe, and if you decide to subscribe to getting your FSD and have fun with it, please do me a favor, update me in the comment section, or again, summontest@gmail.com. I'd love to know how a lot of you are looking at this and what you guys are really thinking about how FSD is and works. Catch you guys in the next video. Till then, drive safe, everyone. Bye.